to approve the budget for 24-25 and a number of other recommendations, which included the fees and charges strategy at Appendix E. This strategy states that all fees and charges should be reviewed annually unless agreed otherwise, brackets, such as parking fees that are set 3 yearly. I was therefore surprised to see that car parking charges were increased this summer with effect from the 3rd of June 2024, when the last increase agreed by this council was in 2022. Please can the portfolio holder explain why the fees and charges strategy decision made in good faith by this council was not actually implemented as it was presented to us in the papers? Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Jenny. I thank Councillor Powell for the question and the opportunity to clarify. The Council's parking policy, which can be found on the Rutland County Council website, states that, quote, parking charges will be reviewed annually during a review of the Council's wider fees and charges, unquote. It is true that it has tended to be custom and practice that car parking fees are increased every 3 years in order that the increases are cost effective. This was the intention when budget was prepared and published, as fees were last increased in 2022. However, given the inflationary inheritance from 2023 and the fast emerging budgetary pressures in 2024-25, it was decided that it was appropriate to review parking charges early in 2024-25 in order to maximise revenue. Councillor Powell will be aware that the Council is facing extreme pressures on its finances. To be fiscally responsible, decisions necessary to balance the budget need to be made during the budget year, and the administration has the flexibility to do this. I have no doubt that Councillor Powell would expect us to deliver the budget within our funding envelope, and we are taking the necessary steps to do so.
Councillor Powell, do you have a supplementary?
Thank you. I'm not disagreeing with Councillor Johnson about the fiscal challenges faced by this council and the need to make sure that we maximise our income. My question was about the principle in a budget paper presented to this council, which we voted on, and a fees and parking strategy where it clearly stated that they would be increased they would be reviewed and set every 3 years, that the decision to actually increase them this year, for whatever reasons, did not come back to this full council, which I would have expected if we were going to do anything different to what was agreed at this full council meeting. So my supplementary is, can I just confirm my understanding that the paper approved by this council was not actually implemented as it was presented to this council in February 20 this year, February 24.
Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Councillor Powell. If we were to come back to this council and ask for approval in every single operational budget change, we'd be here every day of the week as a council. As I'm sure she's aware, the operational requirements of operating something like a council with an £81 million budget require that the budget plan has to be varied often from the first day of the budget year. We could illustrate, I've no doubt, various examples where the plan has not been followed exactly, and the costs and the actions are different to those presented in budget. Budget is an intention, it's a plan, it is not a policy. And I believe, and I'm advised, that the council has acted, the administration has acted in accordance with procedure.